check this out. This is a search tool that has been built completely autonomous by an AI agent, and it searches for businesses that do not have a website. Now, here I've saved my results, and there is a bug at the moment. What's supposed to happen is when I click on the generate site, it's supposed to go away and build a website for that business. So I'm going to click on this, and it starts, but then it fails with this error. Failed to generate website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my AI agent developer to fix it. Get the developer to fix the issue in SiteSmith. When I click on generate website, I get an error, failed to generate website. And after checking the console in the browser, I can see there is a server returned 500 error on the generate website API. So that's all I'm going to say because that's all I know. And I'm going to get my agent. You can see that I have a number of agents running. Okay, there's a main agent who I call Rocky. There's a developer agent, a marketing agent, a workspace agent. That's a special agent that looks after my clients in the client workspace, that responds to their messages and lets them know of any issues, any escalations, and helps them out with support issues. There's a video agent and a security agent and a technical writer agent. So let's kick off this message and wait for the developer to come back and let us know if they have fixed the issue. Okay, so the developer agent has come back and said, look, I've made some changes, and essentially what it was trying to do was write some files on a file system, which wasn't the right approach, and instead it has now decided to write the HTML files for the website into the database. So let's now try it again. And this is quite a complex requirement to build websites and store them in a specific area for the client. And obviously once it's right, then it's sorted out, but it might take a few goes for us to make sure this works. Looks like it's doing something more than what it got to last time. So let's see how this goes. So generating the HTML, so applying some styling, and then it's going to be deploying. Now it's saying the website has built, which is great, and it's given us that URL. So let's take a look and see how it's done. Now I think this is reading it from the database, or maybe it's still in progress. Because if we go back to the previous screen, it said generating, but it does say it's live. So let's have a look. Now this could just be another bug. Maybe it's not working, but it's got a lot further. Let's have a look at the console errors. No console errors. So I'll just give this a minute. Now, while this is loading, what I want to point out is how it develops the website, which we've yet to see, and it deploys it on my domain and creates a folder with the name of the business. And it's got some logic in there to make sure that folder is unique. You can see that we can delete it. You can see it's got the date it was created, and we can click on this button to view the site. So let's go back and see. So it looks like this is stuck, but I don't see any errors at this point in time. So maybe it is just taking some time. But I will go and let the developer know that it just says generating your website and it's not refreshing the page. So let's go back. I'll leave this running just in case it does pop up. Okay. Add a task for the developer. The website seems to have generated, however, when I go to view the website for the business that I have chosen, I get a spinner that remains spinning saying it is generating the website. Get the developer to fix this issue. Okay, so let's just make sure I've got no typos in here. The website seems to have generated. However, when I go to view the website for the business that I've chosen, I'll get a spinner that remains spinning. Let's just fix this up. And before I send this, we'll check it is generating the website. Okay. Before I hit that, I'm going to just check to see has it loaded, and it hasn't. So we'll send this off and we'll see what it comes back with. Okay, so it's saying that there was some kind of a database issue and for us to now try again. So let's take a look, and I will come back here again and say generate and wait for this to go through the process and see if it works now. So this is basically how I troubleshoot issues. All I need to do is test the app, and I can also have the app test automatically. And then if I run into issues, I'll just go back and tell the agent what my issue is. Now we can automate this as well, but I like to be a little bit more hands-on when I'm creating client-facing applications. So this time we've got a completed status, whereas previously we had a generating status. So let's click on the link and see if this has now worked. Okay, there we go. A complete website. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see. For a potential client, right? Let's have a look. It's not too bad. I think it can be improved. So this is where now I'll go back in and look at providing some feedback, maybe giving it some templates to work with. But for automatically generated website, dynamically like this is nice and clean. Okay, you can see that it's automatically understood the type of business and created images. It's using Gemini for the images. Okay, now these images obviously can be replaced with their real teams. Okay, it's picked up the address in the About Us, services. Okay, FAQs. I think this is great because this type of business matches this type of website. Now we can see if these links work. Completely generated by my AI agent. Now the next thing that I'll add to my app is some kind of way for me to give it feedback on how to make it better. But if I am looking for potential clients, this is enough for me to go out and just in bulk create websites and send these businesses links to try and get clients for my web development agency. Let's try another one. Let's try this one. See if it generates differences between the two websites. You can see it doesn't take long. That was pretty quick to automatically generate a website by looking at the details of that business. Okay, so there's another one now generated. Let's have a look at this one. Let's see if it's going to make. So it looks like it's using the same kind of style, and that's okay. This is where I now go back and give it feedback. Okay, different images, but the same layout. So I'll now go back and give it feedback and make this better. But this is a great starting point. So this is now the beauty of AI agents that can do this work for us automatically. Okay, it's automatically built me this search engine that I can now identify prospective clients with. Okay, and I've just selected in this case to search for plumbers in a particular area, but this has all the different industries available. Now, if you want to learn how to build these kinds of systems for yourself or for your business or for your clients, then I do have a community that I run that you can join, and I teach all of this stuff. We build apps, we troubleshoot your apps, and we help you build your own app for yourself or for your business or for your clients. It's at vibecodingacademy.club. Now you can see I have given it the feedback to say that the website's too plain, and when I create another website for the same industry, the website layout is the same and I want different, it's just got different photos. So if I started to go and do some research to identify the right templates to make sure that the websites are unique when we develop them across the same industry. And the marketing agent was responsible to go and do the research, and then the developer agent was responsible to implement the unique templates for each industries. Okay, and so it's come back with the different things that it's done. So for each industry, it's come back with some themes. Okay, and it's got some different color palettes now, different layouts. You can see 2 to 3 layout variations. So it's gone away and it's done what I've asked it to do. Okay, and then it's basically handed off to the developer to go and apply the changes. So now let's go back into the app and see if this works or not. Okay, so you can see that the research agent has completed its work. And now let's go and see how this looks. Now let me show you something before we go to the actual app. I have another app that was also developed by my AI agents that is a task manager that I look at to monitor the progress of each of the agents. So they write and read from this task manager app. So I don't just talk to my agents on WhatsApp. Okay, I also have a system where I give it tasks, or my main agent, which is Rocky, assigns each sub-agent tasks, and I can see the status. So they update their status in here, and when they deliver something, then I can see what that deliverable is. So I've got a dashboard here where I can go in and I can see current pending tasks, what's been completed, and all that kind of good stuff. So this is how I manage all of my different agents. All of these apps that I'm showing you have been developed by my agents. Okay, so let's go back into the app and let's now develop another website. And what's the last one we did? We've done this one. These looks like the same. So this one, the one that failed, and then we generated these two. Let's create one for NGO plumbing. Okay, so let's see if it's broken something or has he actually made it better. So we'll wait for this to finish, and I'm hoping now that it's going to be a much more modern template, and then we'll generate another one and see if it's unique. So here we go. Let's click on the link and see what it looks like. It looks like exactly the same. So no change at all. Okay, and this is the kind of thing that you might come across. Maybe it failed to deploy. So I'll go have a very quick look to see if it failed to deploy, and then I will ask the agent, and I can also ask the agent to go and check the deployment logs to see if it's failed to deploy, but I'll go check myself for now. Okay, so the last deployment was about half an hour ago, And I do note that on my task manager, this particular task where the developers implemented these templates is still in progress. So what I will go and do is ask my main agent, Rocky is what I have named him, check with the developer if the developer has completed implementing the unique website templates, because I tried to generate a new website for the same industry and I got the same plain layout as previously. Let's just fix this up. Let's just make sure this is correct. Check with the developer if the developer has completed implementing the unique website template, because I tried to generate a new website for the same industry and I got the same as previous. So we'll send that off and we'll wait and see if in fact the developer has completed the task or not. As I said, in the management app, it does say that it's in progress. So I still need to wait, and I looked at the deployment logs and it's saying that last version was 30 minutes ago. So I now need to confirm with Rocky what's going on. So let's wait and see the response from Rocky. Okay, now you can see that the developer or the main agent, which is Rocky, has come back and he has confirmed that it was still in progress, which is why it didn't work. Okay, and it said that there was a problem with the agent and it respawned the agent, which is fine. I've told it to keep monitoring it, right, so it doesn't get stuck next time. And then it's continued to monitor, and you can see it's working through the different industries. And at the bottom here, we can see a message that it's done, it's deployed. And I can also see, I checked the task management system. This is now complete. Okay, so that means we can go and check the system again. So remember that this website was the still plain look. So we'll close that one. And now we'll try and generate a new one. So we'll generate a new one for this business. Hit on generate, let it do its thing. Now we should have a different style of template that hopefully is a bit more modern, looks a lot better, and it's still kind of centered towards the plumbing industry. And then we need to generate another one, and it needs to be different. Okay, so where it should be this one here. Okay, let's click on view site. It should load up straight away if it's all worked. And yeah, that's a lot better than before. Very nice. So we can see it's a nice template. And I think this is much better than before. Still some improvements can be made, but I'm happy with sending this out to this particular business to say, hey, we've developed a website for you. Are you interested? This is really, really nice. Really, really nice. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So the next thing I'll probably do is, I know that these businesses have Google reviews, so I'm going to say to pull them down as well. That'll be the next thing that I want this AI agent to build into the website generator. So let's now generate another one. Where are we? So let's try this one. Now this should be slightly different. I don't want it to be the exact same layout, maybe even different colors. So you can see the benefit of this type of technology. Okay, within hours, we've got, this is really nice. So this is now a completely different layer with the hero section. Okay, so if we wanted to, we can actually develop more than one for the same business and give them different variations. So I am happy with what my agent has now done and developed, right? Unique websites for these businesses and all different industries. I can run searches for all different industries: doctors, beauty salons, auto repairs, real estate agents, right? Let's have a look at a real estate agent one. Oh, I haven't searched. That's okay. Search takes a bit of time, so I might leave that. But I hope you get the gist of how to use AI. And this is the kind of stuff that I teach. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back and give it some more feedback to pull down the reviews, because you can see that the search results shows that these businesses have reviews. And I want the website to show these reviews. So I'll go back and I will instruct my main agent to tell the developer what I want him to do. So let's add this task in. Add a task for the developer to pull in the reviews as well and display the reviews on the website. Okay, so add a task for the developer to pull in reviews as well and display the reviews on the website. I think it can't be any clearer than that. Okay, and now my main agent, Rocky, will ask the developer to go and do this. And it should also add a task, as I've instructed it to do, in the task management system. So let's see. You can see there's a task that's already added it itself. Pull and display the Google reviews, right? And it's still pending. The developer hasn't picked up that job yet. Okay. Go into my website. You'll see a link there to join my community. You can see this is now in progress. This is updating in real time. And learn how to build this stuff. Learn how to work with AI agents. And all I do is I don't sit in front of my computer, right? I'm here in front of my computer right now because I'm recording, but typically I'll be on my phone and monitoring what my agents are doing through my app here, the task management system, which was also built by my AI agents. And also I'll just use WhatsApp to see what's going on. Okay, but the task management system here that I'm using, where all the agents are writing and updating themselves, is a lot easier because on WhatsApp, it's just one big long list of messages, and it's a bit hard to categorize and organize those messages. Okay, you can see here the same message has appeared on WhatsApp as well. I find it easier to work in my task management system, right, and just monitor this, right? So, as I said, jump over to vibecodingacademy.club website. Okay, I'll just move this up so you can see the link. Okay, the link is also in the description below in this video, and join my community where we build this stuff together, and I and other developers will help each other out, right, to make sure your app is launched and live and we can solve any of your coding issues. So I encourage you to join the community. It's at a founder's rate right now, $97 per month, and you will learn exactly how to work with AI agents to build your apps on their own without you having to code anything, right? I did not enter a single line of code in developing this app that you see here, okay? Nor did I do any coding to troubleshoot. You saw me do the troubleshooting live. All I did was speak to my AI agent, the main Rocky, which is my main agent, and I've got multiple agents running, and you'll learn how to set all this up. And once it's set up, you'll be amazed at the level of productivity you can gain for your business or for your clients. So I really hope to see you on the inside in my school community. Jump over to the vibecodingacademy.club website, okay, and join my community, and I look forward to working with you on the inside. And I hope this video was useful and open your eyes on what is the potential and the opportunity out there with AI agents. Now we can see that the agent has deployed the Google review feature, pulling those reviews into the website. And we can also see here on the task management system, this has now been completed. So I want to check this out because that'll be pretty exciting. So let's have a look at this one. Let's just generate this one. Dr. Leak Plumbing Services, I like that name. Let's see, has it broken anything or has it actually done what we've asked it to do? And this will be really cool, right? To have a complete website built for the client. We can build them in bulk and they look pretty cool. And we can also pull down the reviews for that business from Google. So let's have a look. Drum roll. Okay, you can see that these are pretty cool websites now. So let's have a look. Where have the reviews come in? No Google reviews. Now let's just double check that. And I don't want it to show this. I'm going to instruct it, if there are no Google reviews, then don't show this. We don't want that on a business website. But I don't believe that's accurate. So let's go back to the search results. Where's Doctor? Down here. It says that they have over 1,000 reviews, which is pretty cool. So I will go back and I'll just copy this and go back to the agent and let the agent know that that's not right. Okay. I generated a new website and it said no Google reviews, comma, however, the search results show that there are over 1,000 reviews. Here is a copy and paste of the information from the search results. Also, when there are no Google reviews, then I want you to skip that section rather than display a message indicating there are no Google reviews. Now, let's just make sure there's no typos here. So I generated a new website and it said no Google reviews. However, the search results show that there are over 1,000 reviews. So I'm going to just paste this in like there. Here's a copy and paste of the information from the search results. Okay. Also, when there are no Google reviews, then I want you to skip that section rather than display a message indicating there are no Google reviews. So that should be pretty clear on what I want this to fix up. So agent should now realize that there are reviews and work out what's going on. So we'll see if it's able to fix this issue or not. All right, check this out. So we gave it the issue and we gave it the evidence that reviews exist. And it identified these two issues, right? And then it's saying it's fixed it and it's deployed it. And look at this, it's trying to generate these, right, on its own. It's using the same business that I generated and had the problem with. It got that from here, okay? And this is the beauty about these agents. They are smart, okay? I've then said, look, have you actually gone and tested this and confirmed that the reviews data is pulled? And then it's gone ahead and it's saying, yes, reviews are being pulled. The only thing I am a little concerned is that it's saying it's 5 reviews returned. Google API only returns up to 5 most helpful reviews, and that's okay. So let's see. What I want to make sure it's doing is that it shows that there's 1,000, and it only returns 5. Okay, so let's go check it out, see if it's worked. And this is the exciting era that we are in. I mean, when you have this set up, then what you can do is limitless, right? This is why it's so important to join the vibecodingacademy.club community so that you can learn how to set this stuff up and then service your clients or your own business or create a brand new business from these types of apps. Okay, so I'm going to hit on the generate. I'm going to generate the website for the same business again, and I want to see reviews pop in now. And I'm pretty excited because it's only taken us minutes. Okay, let's go up here, and this is the second website now for this particular business. Let's move up a little bit. There we go. Love the hero section. Really nice. And let's see, where's the reviews? Where's the FAQs, contact? Did I miss the reviews? I don't see them here anywhere. About us. I don't see reviews anywhere. Testimonials, is that where they are? This could be it here. Real feedback from communities we are servicing. So there's only 3 though. It said it pulled it down 5. So I'm going to ask it, what are the reviews? A little confused here. So that's okay. I'm going to go back and ask the agent. I don't see a explicit section for reviews. I can see what looks like testimonials, and there are only 3. Are these the reviews? And if they are the reviews, then why are you not showing the 5 reviews returned from the Google API that you mentioned above? Or is the web page missing a reviews section? Please check and confirm and list the reviews that I should be seeing on the website for the above mentioned website that I am testing with. Okay, I spoke a little bit slowly there so that I could make sure that my voice narrator, which is the default Windows voice narrator, I need to get a better one, actually has typed this out correctly. So let me just make sure it's correct. I don't see explicit section for reviews. Okay. I can see what looks like testimonials, and there are only 3. Are these the reviews? Gee, missed a lot, didn't it? And if they are the reviews, then why are you not showing the 5 reviews returned from the Google API that you mentioned above? Or is the web page missing a reviews section? Please check. Okay. And confirm and list the reviews that I should be seeing on the website for the above mentioned website that I'm testing with. And I might actually put this in as well. Okay. Just so that it is clear. The more we give to the AI, the better the quality of work it will be. Now, I can automate all this testing. Okay. I can have another agent running, overlooking what the developer's doing in addition to the main agent, and actually going and testing the site once the developer has finished. I can automate all of this, okay, and report back to the developer on its own that these are the issues that it's finding. So there's a lot we can do. I'm choosing to do this manually because I'm recording this video showing you the process, showing you how these agents work, and we can talk to them and get them to do tasks for us and go through, just like we will be sitting next to our human developer, right? I'm trying to show you that these can basically augment your existing teams, or if you don't have a team of developers, you can use these AI agents to do those types of tasks, right? The beauty here is that once you have this set up, then you have unlimited power to expand your business or help your clients or do whatever you want, right? That these agents can do. It's not just software. They can do research, they can check your emails, they can do marketing, they can check all sorts of stuff, okay? So let's wait for the agent to respond to a question and see what it comes back with. Okay, now the agent has come back, and it makes sense what the agent is saying. So the agent is saying that, look, when we initially saved these results, right, these were saved results from the search, okay, at that point in time, the system did not fetch reviews and store them in the database, okay. See, the saved businesses as empty reviews in the database. This was before we fixed the reviews, okay. So I've told it, look, go and grab the reviews for all of my saved businesses manually and put them in the database. Okay, and I told it to do this one first so that I can continue testing. So it's brought in the reviews and updated the database because those businesses were saved before the code was fetching reviews. Okay, it basically missed reviews from its initial fetch. That's now fixed. So if I did a brand new search, then reviews would come in, but I don't want to do that right now because I want to finish this video for you guys. Okay, because I want to finish this video and get it out there so that you can get excited about what's possible. Now it's saved the database for our business that we're testing with, and it's also brought in all the reviews up to 5 because Google returns 5 most useful reviews for the businesses that we have saved. Okay, so I'm going to now just pick a new business that we haven't done. It's got 600 plus reviews. We're only going to see 5, right? There may be a way to get all reviews. I'll look at that later, but now I'm going to generate this website, and I want to see the reviews come in, at least the top 5 that Google returns as the most useful reviews. So we'll let this load and see if this is now finally complete, right? So this is the one here, view site. you can see how quick it's building websites. Okay, I'm now happy that it's building different unique templates for the different websites with great images. Let's see, where's the review section? Google reviews, look at that. Only 3, that's okay, I'm happy with that. Because it probably only brings 3 because it wants to have an even set. So if it had 6, it could show 6, but this is great. I'm going to say, display how many total reviews there are. Maybe there's a way to get them all. We can have a link and they can read through them all because people often do want to read more reviews. So I'm happy with this. I'm not sure what this is. I'll have to find out if this is real or not, these kind of stories, if they're additional reviews. But this is great. So this is now complete. I'm happy with this as a version 1, where I can now go out and generate these websites in bulk for all of these prospective clients, send them messages saying, hey, I've just built a website for you. Are you interested? That's the purpose of this app. I can search on any industry, any country, any state, and just build a massive lead generation engine, automatically build websites for them, send out messages, all sort of stuff. All done with autonomous AI agents. As you've seen, I have not written a single line of code while I've been troubleshooting this app, which was initially built by my AI agent. Okay?